Okie dokie. So, I think today's the 19th of May. I'm going to do another tour. So, we've got our sunflowers coming up, which I will probably have to thin again. Our lettuce, which I have eaten off of quite a bit actually. I have a bunch of lettuce in the house right now. Still keeps coming back. We've got 2 that went to seed. So the mustard went to seed. Looks like arugula right here is bolting, which those were the 2 that was most unpleasant. So this was prize head. No, black-seeded Simpson. Oak leaf, prize head, which we really liked prize head. Arugula, this is tango leaf, which we also liked. More arugula. Bronze mignonette. This was iceberg. Red leaf, we also liked. Romaine. Green, or this red salad, green salad, which we also liked. Butter crunch. This is looking an awful lot like butter crunch, but this was whatever was considered gourmet, which I think was supposed to be a blend. It looks like it's almost all butter crunch and one of their, I don't know, bronze mignonette or something like that, prize head, something. Spinach, which I'll be harvesting soon, it looks like. Looks like I could harvest some now. The carrots, which probably need to get thinned. I don't think they'll make anything, but I'm going to let them try. Asparagus, which has tons of little seeds on it right now. But they're doing good. We've got a bunch of them coming up, finally. Let's see what we have over here. We've got the onions, which I also don't know if they're doing anything. We have broccoli. Let me pull this stick out. Let's see what's going on in here. Do we have anything? No, nothing here, but I happen to notice down here, exciting news, there is a beautiful broccoli head forming. Super exciting. I did not think we would get that. I don't know how I feel about the Brussels sprouts. I mean, they are starting to form right in those little crooks, something, but I just don't think there's any hope of that happening. I mean, I definitely should pull some of these little ones and make some room. That one and that one should go, because there's no way. Maybe even some on that side over there. Now for some of this. I've had a hard time. I think we've planted this 3 or 4 times, and the last one is finally coming up. You can see them popping up. So hopefully this will fill out soon and be done. Some of these are getting nice and big. I don't know how long it takes before they get some little pods on them, but at least some of them are coming up. I've got a few jalapenos, just because I had space. And then right here, I planted that calendula flower, which is coming up. There's quite a few of them. There's one. Yeah, a bunch of them. I'm excited for those. Those are those medicinal flowers. Now, we have stopped having the cutworms kill our tomatoes. I don't know if they're big enough or if it's because we've got the aluminum foil on them, but they're not dying anymore, which is great news. I think we lost 7 total. I didn't even plant anything there because I just was tired of losing them, but I do have something to go in there now. But these are all looking great. I remember whenever I'd get so excited about the store-bought ones getting up that high, that close. I mean, we're super close to the panel, and I remember being very excited. So it means these will be huge in just no time. Yeah, I'm really pleased with all those. The flowers didn't do so good on this half of the garden, but the back half you can see, yeah, I really need to thin. Especially the, I don't know if it's zinnias. Those definitely took off. I need to tend to these today, get all of them off the ground. A few of them are having some curl on their leaves. I did treat for that. I don't want to have any sort of fungus or wilting or blight, but we've had so much rain that it's kind of impossible for me to not have some issues. We've got tons of tomatoes on here. I mean, some of them are even getting awfully big. But yeah, we've got tons of tomatoes on these plants right now. So that is crazy exciting. Yeah, these have some curl to their leaves. Boy, those down there really do. I don't know if they'll come out of that or not. We'll have to just see. Okay, more of them that I've planted. I guess I planted all of them, but I started in the house. I also was really hoping to have this one tomato, cherry tomato for Avery, that I hoped would not bother her stomach, and this is it. I tried many of them, and they all just died. They kept dying, and this was the best looking one, and it was so tiny, and I thought, there's no way that's gonna live. But I put it in the ground anyway, and sure enough, it's taking off now. So, super happy about that. Some of these I'm wondering, like, if they were suckers or not, like if I didn't prune them properly. Okay. Last row of tomatoes, which also are looking good. Now that we're kind of pruning off the ones that were sun-scorched due to my impatience. These are all looking good. Down here, this whole row looked pretty questionable, but they're all doing great now. Okay, so I'm gonna go over here. I need to take a note of what what melons I've got, because I need to plant one. Okay, what do we have here? Okay, canary and honeydew. What's this one? Cantaloupe. That's a tomatillo. One lone tomatillo. Hope it makes it. Another honeydew, and I think that's another cantaloupe. Yeah, that is. I sprayed everything for bugs yesterday, and the tomatoes for wilt. Okay. Planted flowers in between the alyssum, which is supposed to be good for the cucumbers, but I'm not seeing anything come up yet. Hopefully soon. But I don't know if you can see on there, but we have a lot of flowers on our cucumbers. It's exciting. It's very exciting. I'll be glad when these are up on the trellis so they can just be off of the ground and away from the bugs. There's another canary. Okay, I planted some lemon thyme because I just love the smell of it. More flowers. More cucumbers. These are all looking wonderful. Wonderful, wonderful. I don't know, but I'm thinking the bug spray I did yesterday, seems like everything that had a bloom yesterday, the blooms are not happy today. So I don't know if they just are spent after one day or if it's because I sprayed them, but I had to spray. These are the peppers. They were really getting eaten up. You can see this one right here. Really getting, oh, I felt a seed fall out. Getting eaten up. And I sprayed them, and hopefully whatever was doing that will stop now. We harvested, wow, that looks rough. We harvested our first banana pepper today, but I'm afraid I harvested a little early. Did not taste good to me, but Oliver ate the whole thing. He's eating so good the stuff out of the garden. He loved radishes yesterday, which is so not like him. Here's another tomatillo right there. Hope it comes on. These 4 sticks right here are supposed to be chamomile. So hopefully those will pop up soon. And those 3 sticks are holy basil. This is some dill over here. Little bitty bitty dill. But I've got so many cucumbers, I thought it might be nice to have some dill. Yeah, some more bug-eaten Brussels sprouts. That was my eggplant, but just not looking great. More flowers. Nice little ladybug. I harvested a ton of radishes yesterday and pickled several jars, and Oliver was eating them really well, fresh and pickled. Okay, so this guy is huge compared to what I've done so far, and they're all loaded. Let's look. See? There's fruit. Very exciting. I know there's like male blossoms and female blossoms, but I don't know what the difference is. I think the female blossoms might be the ones that are on the end of those fruits like that. All of these were straight neck that we've seen so far. That's a straight neck. That's a crooked neck. Sunburst patty pan, yellow patty pan, white patty pan. See, these don't have those knobbies on them, but it might be because it's a patty pan, so that might be it right there. I don't know. We'll just have to see. But that is garden number 1. I still have a few things I would wish that was in my garden, but we'll just have to wait and see if I can make some space. Maybe take some of these out and do one more eggplant and some ground cherries. I don't know. We'll see. And now for this garden tour, because we have 2. Okay, there's a lot in this one that has not really been documented yet. So, we'll start on this side. We have red noodle beans or yard-long beans or asparagus beans, however you want to say it. Red Chinese noodle beans on this side, and the other side is green ones, but this is all red. We have our cucumbers, which are direct sown, and they are popping up now. This one, I can't tell if something ate it or if it just died. Can't tell, but it's not looking great, so I brought seeds out to put in that one. Actually, you know what? I think they're in my pocket. Or my underwear. Can't remember where I stuck those seeds. Nope, I think I lost them. Okay, so all these are pickling cucumbers. They're all doing great except for that one. These are the Mexican sour gherkins. 2 came up there, none came up here, and 2 came up here. So I'll probably just transplant one of those over. We've got our blueberries, which are producing. I'll be excited when these are nice and big. This is 3, and I'm sure we'll keep adding to this for sure. We have 4 different types of blackberries, and the biggest bug you've ever seen. I think he's died now. I've tried to get him out several times. He's massive. I did some ground cherries, and nothing has come up yet, but I'm not going to lose hope. I think I'm going to start some inside maybe, just to try. 7 of one kind and 7 of another kind. I'm sure they're way too close, but whatever. This is like a flowering, it's actually an ornamental, but it's a very rare thing, and they're edible, and you can make jams out of them. It tastes like cranberry. And I actually had them all come up, although I did plant like 6 per hole. Down here, I just planted some pole beans because I was curious to see how I felt about pole beans. So I did some purple. I'm still working on the fire ants down here. And then, so those were purple potted, and then these are rattlesnake all the way to the end. Still have some fire ant issues in here. I might have killed them yesterday. I put some spray on them, so maybe they did not like that. This is my tomatoes. So yellow brandywine, carbon. This is a true black brandywine. Those 2 are. This is a Redger, and that one got killed by a cutworm, but it had some roots on the stem, so I stuck it back in, and I hope it'll take. What is this one? This is Arkansas Traveler. This is that Federley paste tomato. What are these? I don't know what these 2 are. Okay, so these 2 are Kellogg Breakfast, and then Italian Heirloom. These are the red currant tomatoes, which I'm excited for. These are black cherry, 3 of them. That is a pineapple. Pretty sure these are 5 green zebra. I kept them together so I wouldn't accidentally let them get overripe. What are these? Indigo apple. Have 3 of those. I have 3 solar flares. I have big rainbow, 2 of those. Here's that coyote yellow cherry tomato. And now I'm not seeing the markers anymore. So let's see if I can find a marker. Looks like a brandywine of some sort, like a yellow brandywine. The leaves on that one, and this, actually all of those do. This is a German, so this one and that one will be German. Don't know what those are. Let's see what these are. Can't see. I don't know. I'll have to go look at my chart. These 2 are Bradley's, an Arkansas Traveler, and an Amish paste. And these are my green noodle bean, asparagus bean, yard-long bean, Chinese bean, whatever you want to call them. Okay. Now for mostly dried beans, but I've planted a few other things in the spots that did not come up. So these are my Great Northern. I don't know if crickets are bad for the garden, but boy, do I have crickets out here. I should probably find out. So those are doing great. I have a couple that look like they're struggling. This was my chickpeas, which did not come up. So I did the Contender green bean, which I didn't have very many, and then purple TP green bean here. These are kidney beans, which again, I didn't have a ton, but I was able to try. These are the ones from Walmart, the Great Value ones that you actually like cook, and they all sprouted for me, so I planted those. A few of them didn't come up, so I went back through and replanted them yesterday. Gotta see this. We have cats now. Okay, so back to the black beans. I planted in the holes, so those should come up too. This was another little variety of green bean, a little package. So this was top crop green beans. And then these are all navy beans, also from Walmart. So I now know not to spend $3 for a tiny little pack of seeds at a seed store, but go to Walmart for $1 and buy a pound of whatever bean I'd like to grow. At least that's the theory. We'll see if they don't produce or something, but I think they'll be fine. These are my purple hull Mississippi 2. That's the name of these, which is just the one Mama always does. So I did the majority of my purple hull as that. Then I have a little blank space here for just trying to leave some room for something. Probably going to be some sort of flower though, just to get some pollinators out here. What is this? This is the wax bean I planted yesterday. Another little space for something. Some flowers. This is, I'm trying to give zipper cream bean, one more shot. I've planted it like 3 or 4 times now. And that's the last of my beans. I can see one's not underground right now. And it's soft. Why is it soft? I don't know. Hopefully it doesn't rot. Okay. Where was I? This is the Texas pink eye purple hull. I had to replant a lot of those. They did not weather those 40-degree nights well at all. Now this is my Blue Lake Bush green beans, which I've had a hard time with this year over in the other garden. And I thought they died again out here. So I had Brett plant them a second time. And now it kind of looks like my original ones are coming up, which are the ones closer to the outside. And then Brett's new ones are coming up closer to the inside. So we're going to have some green beans. I'll have to thin these for sure. But at least something is happening. Because I just need some green beans. One of our favorite things to eat. Now these are called Tongue of Fire. I was hoping that sun would stay gone. Tongue of Fire, which can be done like a green bean. They're pink. They can be done like a green bean, or you can use them as dried beans. And this is Dragon's Tongue, which are the same thing. These are not pink, but they are, I think these are the ones that are green with little stripes of purple. Now for squash and melons. We've got Table Queen, Acorn, Crooked Neck, Butternut, Watermelon. This is that one of them, the green pumpkin, Sweet Dumpling, Kajari melon, Buttercup. I think the other one's Butternut. This one's Buttercup. This is an orange pumpkin. The Haugen melon. Butternut. I did 2 of all of them except for the acorn. This is sweet dumplings again. Watermelon. Buttercup. Orange pumpkin. Watermelon. Green pumpkin. Straight neck squash. It says honeydew, but that's the one I'm going to plant, and it's not going to be honeydew. Straight neck squash. What's this one? Yellow patty pan. White nope, that's not white patty pan. That's that I can't pronounce it, but it's a melon. Straight neck. One of these is white patty pan, and I don't know which one. Oh, you know what? It was that one we just passed. White patty pan. Crooked neck. Straight neck. Straight neck. Kajari. Canary yellow. And cantaloupe. Then down here, you can see in here, I've got, where is it? There it is. I've got my okra. That's the Jing Orange okra. Starting right here is the Louisiana Velvet. And then on that whole side is the Clemson Spineless. And in the middle, I have planted rosemary, but it hasn't come up, so I haven't covered anything yet. And then we've got our corn, which is the G90 corn. And I'm only a few days away of doing the second batch, which I'm thinking will be either Incredible or Peaches and Cream. I haven't decided yet. And then my potatoes, lastly. They're coming up and they're doing well. Lots of potatoes are coming up. The sun's coming out, so it's very hard for me to see, but they're definitely coming up. Whoops. Sounds like I can hear a cat out here, but I don't think there's one out here. That one's got a bunch of them coming up, so hopefully I've done the potatoes right. I honestly don't even know. I hope I've got enough time, too, for them to do what they need to do. Yep. I did them in a few different ways. I did ones down there at the very back, very shallow dirt, and they were just planted just below the surface. And then I have much deeper dirt, but also not planted crazy deep. And this is the deepest dirt, and they are planted very deep and have about 6 inches of dirt on top. And then once they get up a ways, let's do like this one. Once they get up a ways, I'm planning on collapsing some of this dirt in around them, like this, to have this eventually be like a smooth, I don't want this big old hill here. So like that, and then I'll keep doing it until this is all flat and all the greens are above. But these seem much healthier, I think, because they had to go through so much dirt before they poked out. They seem to be doing way better, and I'm also dealing with fire ants, trying to get rid of them in a natural way, which I think we're succeeding. And if this one's not dead yet, but it's not happy either. But if this doesn't work out, then I'm planting, I'm going to put something that is not for eating on it, kill them, and put my banana tree there. But that is the garden tour for this week.